Okay, that's the big bad. Should take care of the little bads before. Hello there. How long will you last, I wonder? Well, I don't know. Longer than the few soldiers that just lasted. Like, they always are laughing as if expending people is really nothing to them. But shouldn't you be a bit worried that you just lost a bunch of soldiers in an ambush? You know, shouldn't that be a bit of a bummer? Is there no end to them? Probably not. This does just happen to be their camp after all. No, the screen blacked out. That means we gave up and surrendered. Hi, Anarba. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Put up. Like that. Like, roar! Yeah. What's wrong with the interface? Behind you! Oh no, sleepy place. Sleepy, sleepy. Bring her. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. I can't glamour yet. I'm level 20. I get to look funny for a while. Hello? I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. I joined! I popped! Hooray! Apparently FIFA has a storyline, Satan. Imagine that. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, Scorch the heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls and believers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Yeah, welcome to Trials, Satan. Oh, mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, this thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel in the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not a taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxes clear, thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind, thine existence is not to be suffered. Okay, let's fight, bro. Come at me, bro! Hello, all. Protect, please. Thank you. Seedlings. Ifrit really likes Titan. Also, that is the summoner's summon. Apparently best tank. Really, you wouldn't tank on a Titan in, you know, raids, but when you're doing a level 20 trial, Titan's pretty good. There is a way to deal with this by just provoking it off, but I didn't level a paladin yet, so I don't have to go. But all will change in Stormblood, and I might not need to level a paladin, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, summoner's summons are tiny. See, Pidgey. There you go, Titan. I'll share the burden with you. Is anyone killing the nail? Oh, hello, boss. I suppose Titan died. If you don't kill the nail, the boss just kinda insta-kills you. That's okay, because we did kill the nail. Let's see. There we go, I'll heal myself a little bit. in case I run into trouble, and because I have extra slots, I should really do this. And that should do for now. That way I have my potions on an easy to reach spot. Roar! Flap. Gone. And if we drop a little piece of poop, now I'm gonna eat it. See? GG, Satan. Ifrit poop makes my insides all shine bright and shiny. Yeah. Brings fireworks into my stomach. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by the congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Yeah, you be a show-off, Thancred. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. And for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Magnanimous. Had I known this mission would have been proven so dangerous, I would have never had left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Tribone, shall we say? This way, sir. So do we all just run there on foot without speaking? So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Oldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 5th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Olivia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That mater of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read. But I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we have achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Prove the hindrance to all the plans, haha. Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. alone in here. See, you watch a cutscene and everybody leaves. But I got that one accommodation from the one stranger. Thank you for coming, Nerb and Bizzle. Boyfriend. Trusty healer. No, I don't want to teleport to Horizon. I want to dissolve the party. Ah, there you are, Magnanimous. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their gods' ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. Yeah, your summon did. It's a good summon. I can't rip aggro off it. It's fun. There may be a whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all of our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. That is a deed of no ordinary individual, Magnanimous. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to me bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim I have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Rest taken. Time to travel. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the cellar giving a full report to the Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Magnanimous her life. I wasn't there when Amalja, took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yet by some miracle she survived. But that does not excuse the fact that she should never have to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Magnanimous! It's so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regarding Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout the creation. It flows through all life and permits the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well in the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispensed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. Those cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. Yeah, in the beginning there was light. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not only why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Trust you now begin to see why. And obviously you couldn't have relayed this information to me before I went to face Ifrit. Breather from Murta. Talkie. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief to your safe return. And the immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Magnanimous. You may be sure it won't be lasting long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Stare. Whether she intended to or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all were put to death, the flames with whom were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information was not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other resource. But once a man is tempered, he's tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal who he cannot choose but worship. And so we, Scions, continue our fight, that no more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Magnanimous. But I shall be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. What do you mean, what? What's not to understand? Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisa, the name, would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. I wish I knew what that picture is, but now I can't open it because I'm mid-streaming. I know it someday later. Ooh, Berserk! And that's nice. Put my trusty Berserk over here next to my potion for now. Berserk gives us a power buff, but you can't use weapon skills after the effect ends.